If you're watching this right now, chances are either you're over 70 or you deeply care about someone who is. And maybe just maybe the test came back positive. NB181. Suddenly the air feels heavier. The questions start spinning. What do I do now? What happens next? Let's be clear. This isn't about fear. It's about action. It's about survival with wisdom. It's about how the first 24 hours, yes, the very next minutes and hours can shape your path forward. So let's break it down together, hour by hour, in a way that's calm, real, and designed for people just like you. This is your guide, your backup plan, your moment of clarity in the middle of chaos. You're not alone. Let's walk this road together. You've just tested positive. Maybe you were coughing for a few days. Maybe your energy felt a little off during your morning walk. Or maybe, like 72-year-old Carla from Ohio, you weren't feeling anything at all until your daughter insisted you take a test just to be sure after her coworker came down with something. Boom. There it is. 2 little lines. Positive. Carla told us later I wasn't scared of dying. I was scared of being alone when I did. This is the moment that time slows down, but thoughts speed up. What now? Will I need to go to the hospital? Who will take care of my dog? What if I give it to my grandchild? Here's the first and most vital advice. Breathe. Sit down. Don't panic. Panic never helped a single immune system. What helps? A plan. Hour 102. The first action. Steps. Pick up the phone. Call someone close to you. Maybe it's your adult child. Maybe it's your next-door neighbor who checks in once a week. Or maybe it's a friend you've known since high school who once told you, "If anything ever happens, call me first." Let them know what's happening. Let them know you'll need someone to keep in touch in case your symptoms get worse. Do not ride this out alone. Next call. Your primary care physician. Ask about antiviral treatments like Paxlovid or Manulavir if they are appropriate for your condition. And this particular virus strain, let's call it NB181. Especially with NB181, early antiviral treatment in older adults can reduce the risk of hospitalization by over 60%, but timing is everything. While waiting to hear back, start a health log. Write down time of day, body temperature, oxygen saturation if you have a pulse oximeter, any symptoms: headache, cough, shortness of breath, diarrhea, confusion, fatigue, chills. This log is not just for you. It helps your doctor see the pattern. The earlier the trend is spotted, the sooner action can be taken. The thing with NB181, like most respiratory viruses, is that it rarely shouts. It whispers first. Here's what many patients have said in hindsight. I just thought I was tired because I gardened too long. I had a scratchy throat for one day. I didn't think much of it. I slept poorly for 2 nights but figured it was the heat. For seniors, symptoms may be mild or even atypical at the start. Common, subtle early signs: sudden fatigue or brain fog, mild headache, decreased appetite, slight chills without fever, muscle aches especially in the back or shoulders, slight confusion or forgetfulness in severe early neuroinvasive cases. Hour 3. Set up your space. You've tested positive, you've called someone, and your doctor's aware. Good, that's half the battle. Now let's talk about the space where your body will heal. Because healing doesn't happen in chaos. It happens in calm. The ideal setup. A room with good light and airflow. Your essentials within arm's reach: a water bottle or thermos of warm herbal tea, a digital thermometer, a pulse oximeter, a phone and charger, a notepad and pen for logging vitals, a prescription medications, a tissues, and hand sanitizer. Set up a chair near the bed. Sometimes just sitting upright for meals or while coughing helps the lungs open better than lying down all day. Fresh air is medicine. COVID-19 and NB181 both tend to linger in stagnant air. A room without airflow becomes a petri dish. Open a window just a crack even in winter. If you own an air purifier, now's the time to use it. Hour 4 to 6. Start hydration and gentle nutrition. Let's get practical. You need fluids, and you need calories. Not a buffet, not a steak, just gentle sustaining nourishment that won't upset your gut or burden your immune system. Hydration first. Start sipping. Warm water with lemon and a pinch of salt, bone broth or light herbal teas, ginger chamomile, electrolyte drinks like Pedialyte or coconut water. Low sugar dehydration can creep up fast, especially if you're sweating feverish or breathing rapidly. In the elderly, even a 2% drop in body water can lead to confusion and falls. Dr. Lisa Melendez, a geriatric specialist, emphasizes, hydration is the cheapest antiviral tool we have. Every cell functions better when it's hydrated. Nutrition less is more, but it must be right. You don't need a full meal, but you do need fuel. Examples of gentle healing meals: chicken rice porridge congee, mashed potatoes with olive oil and a sprinkle of salt, soft scrambled eggs with plain toast, banana blended into plain yogurt, applesauce and oatmeal. Avoid sugary snacks, they feed inflammation, salty chips, they dehydrate, alcohol, even just one glass. Nope. Dairy-heavy meals can increase mucus. Hour 7. Rest, but don't stay in bed all day. Here's something surprising. Too much rest can slow recovery. Yes, your body needs downtime to heal, but that doesn't mean being horizontal 24/7. In fact, lying flat for long periods allows fluid to settle in the lungs, especially in older adults. That's how pneumonia creeps in quietly and dangerously. Dr. Carmen Ellis, a pulmonary rehab specialist, says, the lungs are like sponges. They need motion and expansion. Stillness suffocates recovery. What you should do: nap propped up on pillows, not flat. Sit in a chair for meals and while talking on the phone. Every 2 to 3 hours, stand up and move gently around the room, even if it's just for 3 minutes. Do seated leg exercises, ankle rolls or arm stretches while watching TV hour 8, 9, and 10. Monitor your oxygen and temperature. This is when data becomes your ally. NB181, like many upper respiratory viruses, can cause silent hypoxia where your oxygen levels drop without noticeable breathlessness. So, how do you know when things are getting serious? Use a pulse oximeter if you have one. Normal oxygen levels, 95 and 100%. Call your doctor if it drops below 94%. If it hits 90% or lower, seek emergency care pair that with your body temperature readings. Anything above 101.3 degrees to 38.5 degrees is considered a significant fever for seniors. If the fever persists longer than 48 hours or spikes suddenly, it may signal complications like pneumonia or secondary infection. How to track effectively. Log vitals every 4 hours. Time, temp, oxygen level, symptoms. Use a simple notebook or even voice memos if you feel weak. Share this with your caregiver or doctor if things worsen. Dr. Melody Gibbons, geriatrician. The moment you test positive is not the moment to panic, it's the moment to plan. Seniors who thrive are the ones who build systems of rest, hydration support, and communication early. Professor Jerome Klein, Immunology. Your immune system listens to your behavior. When you hydrate, rest wisely, move gently, and connect with others, you're literally instructing your body to recover. Dr. Hannah Rivas, Palliative Care Specialist. Don't wait until you're in distress to tell someone you're not okay. That's a luxury the virus doesn't afford. Be honest early. It might save your life. Hour 11/14, mental health check. Healing the mind while the body fights. Let's call it what it is. Being sick is scary, but being sick and alone, that can be downright paralyzing. You're stuck in a room. Time slows down. Meals lose their taste. You don't want to worry your kids, but you don't want to be forgotten either. You hear your breath too loudly. You check your oxygen twice as often. Your phone pings and your heart jumps. It's not just your lungs or your stomach going through something. Your spirit is too. This hour matters more than most, because your emotional state isn't just a mood, it's a medical factor. Dr. Neil Harris, a neuroimmunologist, puts it this way: your immune system is influenced by what your brain believes. Fear and isolation dampen immune activity. Positivity, connection, and calm increase immune readiness. This is science, not fluff. What you can do right now. 1. Put on calming audio. Spotify has playlists titled Healing Piano, Gentle Classical, or Nature Therapy. YouTube has 8-hour rainforest or ocean wave loops. 2. Text or call someone, even for 2 minutes. Your son, your niece, an old friend you haven't talked to in 6 years. It doesn't matter. Just say I wanted to hear a human voice. That's all. 3. Watch something that uplifts. Not news, not conspiracy videos. Choose a comfort series, maybe a cooking show, nature documentary, or old comedy reruns. The Great British Bake Off saved more immune systems during lockdown than anyone expected. 4. Write a life wins list. Just grab a notepad and list 10 things you've overcome in life. A divorce, a layoff, losing a loved one, cancer, loneliness. Remind yourself, I've made it through worse. What to avoid, mentally. Over-Googling your symptoms. It leads to anxiety spirals. Watching breaking news for hours. You're not missing anything. Telling yourself you're a burden, you're not. You're loved, you're needed. Picturing worst-case scenarios. Your mind can trigger your body's stress response. Stick to what's true right now. Hour 15. Supplements and medications. Use them wisely. You want to boost your immune system. That's great, but let's be real. There's a right way to do it and a wrong way. Here's what every top geriatric doctor will tell you. More supplements do not equal better outcomes. They can backfire in older adults. Always consult your doctor first. The only supplements generally recommended in illness recovery and only if cleared by your physician. 1. Vitamin D. Supports immune modulation. Many seniors are deficient due to limited sun exposure. Dosage. Usually 1 IU day unless your blood tests show otherwise. 2. Vitamin C helps shorten symptom duration but doesn't prevent illness. Found in citrus, strawberries, red peppers. Supplement dosage. 250-500 ml by day. Don't go higher without permission. 3. Zinc supports white blood cell activity. Can help reduce inflammation. Dosage 15 to 30 mg day. Caution overuse can cause nausea, diarrhea, and interfere with copper absorption. What to never do without medical advice. Megadosing on any vitamin just in case. Taking multiple immune blends from different bottles, too many overlapping ingredients. Mixing herbal remedies like echinacea, elderberry, or oil of oregano without knowing their effects. Taking iron supplements unless prescribed iron can oxidize and irritate the stomach lining. Hour 16 out 18. Sleep preparation. How to let your body heal. Overnight, by now you've had an emotional, physical, and maybe even spiritual marathon of a day. You've monitored your oxygen, tracked your temperature, texted your grandkids, and made it through the first 15 hours. You've done more than just survive, you've taken control. Now it's time to give your body its greatest tool for healing sleep. But if you're over 60 and recovering from a viral illness like NB181, sleep doesn't always come easy. You might be coughing. You might be anxious. You might be afraid to close your eyes too long. And that's exactly why the right sleep preparation matters. Positioning. Sleep smart, not flat. Don't lie completely flat. Lying down too low can make postnasal drip worse, increase the risk of fluid settling in your lungs, trigger coughing fits. Instead, use 2 to 3 pillows to prop yourself up at a 30 to 45 degree angle, or sleep in a recliner if that's more comfortable. Use a rolled-up towel under your knees to reduce back strain. Dr. Benjamin Falk, a sleep and respiratory specialist, explains, elevating the chest while sleeping reduces lung congestion and improves airflow. It's one of the simplest yet most overlooked tools in home recovery. Soothing cough remedies safe for seniors. If your cough is keeping you awake, warm salt water. Gargle 1/22 teaspoon salt in 8. Oz warm water, a spoon of raw honey, especially effective for dry, tickling coughs. Note, not recommended if you're diabetic. Steam inhalation before bed, a bowl of hot water towel over your head. Breathe deeply for 5 minutes. Sip warm chamomile or ginger tea with lemon. Avoid OTC cough syrups unless prescribed. Many contain antihistamines, alcohol, or codeine, which can interact with other medications or cause confusion in older adults. Hour 19 through 24. The final stretch of day. 1. Let's pause and give credit where it's due. If you're reading this at hour 19, 20, 21, it means you've made it to the final stretch of your first day sick. That is no small feat. For many older adults, the first 24 hours set the tone for the entire illness. It's the time when panic is loudest, isolation feels heaviest, and symptoms are most unpredictable. If you've kept your oxygen levels above 94%, if you've managed to eat a few bites, if you've stayed hydrated, you're already winning. Remind yourself of these wins. You notified someone you trust. You called your doctor. You monitored your body without obsessing. You moved every few hours. You drank water even when you didn't want to. You texted someone and chose connection over fear. You rested but didn't collapse into stillness. Every hour you pass without worsening is a vote of confidence from your immune system. It's telling you, I'm working. I'm showing up. I'm protecting you. Reminders for the days ahead. Staying grounded as you heal. These next few days will be slow, tender, and unpredictable. But if you follow the wisdom of experts, listen to your body, and stay connected, you give yourself the best possible odds. 1. Don't skip meals. Even a few bites matter. You might not feel hungry. That's common. But nutrition isn't about appetite right now, it's about strategy. If your body doesn't get fuel, your immune cells can't do their job. They'll be like firemen showing up to a fire with no hose. Try this. 3 tablespoons of mashed sweet potatoes, 1 boiled egg, a spoonful of oatmeal, half a banana, a protein shake diluted with almond milk. Small portions more often. This is your new normal for a few days. 2. Rest, but stay slightly active. Every time you stand up, you tell your blood to keep circulating, your lungs to stay open, and your muscles to stay alert. You don't need to jog. You don't even need to walk across the house. Just stand and stretch every 2 hours. Sit up for all meals. Walk in place for 30 seconds every now and then. Do ankle rotations and hand squeezes while in bed. Think of it this way. Motion tells your body you're still in this fight. 3. Avoid panic reading. Google is not your doctor. It can't hear your breath. It can't read your tone. It doesn't know your age meds or story. It will always give you the worst-case scenario first. Stick 2. Updates from your healthcare provider. CDC or NHS pages. Verified hospital websites. 1 trusted family member who helps filter information for you. 4. Stay connected. Even when you feel antisocial, you might feel like you want to disappear. That's okay. It's natural. But connection isn't just emotional, it's therapeutic. Set small goals, 1 phone call per day, 1 video message from a grandchild, 1 funny meme or GIF to send to a sibling, 1 check-in text to someone who also might be lonely. You don't have to say a lot. You just have to say, I'm here. 5. Keep emergency info within reach. Have this next to your bed, handwritten if possible. Doctor's phone number, emergency contact, current meds and supplements list, known allergies, location of your ID and insurance card, your oxygen readings log. If you suddenly feel worse, this becomes a lifeline for EMTs or loved ones. Dr. Serena, Long Geriatrics expert. The first 48 hours set the behavioral foundation. Those who hydrate, connect, and rest wisely early are far less likely to deteriorate. Dr. Mahmoud, Razi respiratory specialist, oxygen is silent until it's screaming. Check often, treat numbers, not just feelings. Dr. Janine Cole, psychogeriatric consultant, what calms the mind fuels the body. Laughter, music, memory connection. These are prescriptions too. You've made it through the first 24 hours. That might not sound like much to some, but for anyone battling NB181 at 70 or older, it's a quiet triumph. It means your body is fighting. It means your spirit is holding steady. It means you've taken back control one careful hour at a time. Here at Sit Here with Teenagers, we don't just post health guides, we stand beside you with every word, because we believe this age is not weakness, illness is not defeat, and fear is not your future. You've survived a lifetime of storms. This is one more, and just like before, you're going to come through it. So take care of yourself. Call someone you love, breathe deeply, hydrate gently, rest wisely, and if you need to hear it one more time, you matter, you are not alone, and this too shall pass. Hit that subscribe button, share this with someone who needs it, and come sit with us again. We're right here, sit here with teenagers, because healing doesn't have an age limit.